Now come to the topic silk processing and properties. So today you will study about the silk. In previous class you have studied about the wool. So both wool and silk are natural fiber. Wool is obtained from sheep, camel, goat, etc. Whereas silk is obtained from silk moth, which is an insect. So come to the silk processing and properties. Silk is a fine, strong, soft and shining fiber produced by silkworm in making their cocoons. Silk is called resham in Hindi. Silk is a natural fiber which is obtained from silk moth, which is a type of insects. Silk is made up of protein and it is the strongest fiber, natural fiber. It is as strong as the thread of steel. Silk fibers are converted into silk yarn, which is used for making silk clothes. And this silk cloth is used for making sarees and different dress materials. So silk yarn is obtained from silk filament, which are produced by silkworms. So they make the silk by spinning the cocoons around themselves. It is a very valuable fiber because of the natural lustrous appearance and feeling of softness. Silk clothes are also used to keep the body warm in winter and also cool in summer because of it acts as an insulator. Insulator means the substance which does not allow the heat to pass out. So that's why it is comfortable not only in summer season but also in winter season. Now do you know from where we get the silk? Silk is obtained from silk moth, and silk moth looks like butterfly. And do you know the life history of silk moth is very interesting because it does not come directly from the eggs. The silk moth undergoes 4 stages of life history. What are the stages? Number 1 egg, number 2 larva, number 3 pupa, and number 4 adult silk moth. So the first stage is called egg. The silkworm lays egg, which is the first stage. Now please make the correction silkworm. Cut the worm and write moth. The female silk moth lays 100 of eggs in mulberry leaves of mulberry trees. And the egg starts to hatch in spring season. So egg is called as the first stage. After hatching, then larva comes out, which is the second stage. So when the egg hatch, we observe a caterpillar which looks like a worm. It is also called as a silkworm. So these larvae feed on the mulberry leaves and grow in size. So this stage continues for 27 days. Caterpillar also shed their skin a number of times, so which is called as molting. So molting is a process in which the caterpillar shed their skin and grows in size. And after 27 days, then caterpillar stops to eat the mulberry leaves and then it twists its body from side to side and form the shape of 8. And then it releases a fiber that is called as the silk fiber, which is made up of protein. And this silk fiber covers the body of larva, which is called as cocoon. So come to the cocoon. Here it is written, the larva spins a net around itself, which helps in the secretion of protein. This protein hardens when exposed to air. So this is the actual silk fiber. And the process of covering themselves with this fiber continues to form a cocoon. So larva in this stage is called as pupa. So cocoon is formed after 27 days when the larva stops to eat, it releases a silk fiber and this silk fiber becomes hard. It becomes a shell. So in the form of cocoon, the larva covered itself, and in cocoon the larva changes into pupa. And after few weeks, then pupa changes into the silk moth. As after a few weeks the cocoon breaks or open up, then pupa changes into silk moth, and silk moth just like a butterfly comes off. So the adult silk moth is the fourth stage. So pupa transform in the cocoon, and few weeks later the pupa grow into the cocoon opens up and the adult silk moth comes from the this cocoon. So the silk yarn is extracted from this cocoon, and in this way the silk is produced. So come to the picture. See here, page number 59. Life cycle, life history of silk moth. The silk moth looks like butterfly, and this silkworm lays hundred of eggs in mulberry trees, and this egg can get hatched in spring season. After hatching, the egg changes into larva, which is also called as silkworm. It looks like worms. It for 27 days the larva eats mulberry leaves continuously, and after 27 days it stops to eat the leaves, and then it releases a silk fiber, and this silk fiber covers the body of larva in the form of hard shell, which is called cocoon, and inside the cocoon pupa grows. So that means the larva changes into pupa, and this pupa again grows into the adult silk moth. So after few weeks the pupa breaks the cocoon, and then the adult silk moth comes in the form of insect butterfly. It looks like butterfly. So in this way the life cycle of silkworm goes on. So pupa is the third stage and adult is the fourth stage. Now come to the topic sericulture. As already you have learned that silk is obtained from silk moth. So the rearing of silk moth to obtain silk is called sericulture. So the production of silk through the breeding and managing of silkworm is called sericulture. So various types of silk moths are bred for the purpose of producing different varieties of silk. Silk are like tussar, muga, kosa and mulberry are all obtained from different kinds of silk moths. The process of obtaining silk is long and tedious. Tedious means very tiring. Generally, a silk moth lays hundred of eggs at a time. So these eggs are then processed to a specific temperature which make it suitable for hatching. So this process is called incubation. After hatching, caterpillar comes out. The caterpillars or the silkworm are fed with freshly chopped mulberry leaves for 6 weeks or for 27 days, and which make them bigger in size, and after that they are ready to spin their cocoons. And after these silkworm, the branches of trees are placed, and the silkworm then climb around the branches and then starts to release the silk fiber which covers the body of larva in the form of cocoons. So this cocoon can produce 1 kg of raw silk. So for every 5500 silkworm, around 1 kg of raw silk is produced. After the cocoon are gathered in one place, the first step is to kill the worms inside. The worms are killed by either boiling or treating in the oven. The delicate process of reeling is by which the silk fiber are obtained. Reeling is done with special machines. So when the cocoons are boiled in the water, it also makes sure to separate out the gummy substance that holds the cocoon filaments. And after these, 6 to 8 cocoons are brought together, joined and twisted. They are then combined with similarly joined filaments to make thread, which is called as raw silk. In this way the silk is produced. So come to the checkpoint. What is reeling? Reeling is a process in which the silk fibers comes out from the cocoons for use as silk. It is done by some special machine. And name the first stage in a silk moth life. The first stage is called as egg. Now here it is given. Do you know? The silk fiber shimmers. Shimmers means fluctuate. It what it sparks. It looks like shining appearance, just like the twinkling of stars in the sky. Why does silk fiber shimmers? Due to the presence of triangular prism-like structure. Triangular means three-side prism-like structure, and due to this, they bend the light at different angles, and they produce different colors and the characteristics shimmering. appearance of silk cloth looks. That's why silk cloth looks shimmers, or the silk fiber look lustrous and shiny. So that is about the silk. So you will write the checkpoint in books with pencil, and if you don't have books, then write with pen in your rough copy. And also write the notes in fair copy or in rough copy, in chemistry copy. Learn the definitions, the notes, and the hard words, and also read the pages, underline the hard words, see the dictionary, use the dictionary, always keep your dictionary with yourself, so that will be the easier to understand the sentences and the chapter also. So it is very important to keep dictionary with yourself. So that's all for today. Read and learn the pages. Also write the checkpoint and notes in your book or in copy. If you have books, then write the checkpoint in books, otherwise in copy. And also write the notes in science rough copy or in fair copy. That's all for today. Thank you.